All right, Guro Bryan Stoops here, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this short video. I am recording this in the later part of January. There is less than a week of January 2019 left. The month has really flown by, and I've really kind of solidified exactly what I'm working on in terms of 2019 for the whole year. As far as my martial arts practice goes, I've been releasing little bits of information here and there, social media, YouTube, etc. But I wanted to make this short video, put everything in one place so folks know exactly what's going on. So I have been a resident of New York City for just under 6 months, with the end of January approaching here. So live options, training live, what your options are working with me live in New York City. So my first program that I have developed out here is called Command Presence through Filipino Martial Arts. And the why, if you will, of that program, this really was designed, excuse me, it really was designed for people who are suffering from low self-belief, low self-esteem, and that low self-belief, self-esteem is affecting their it factor, their command presence. Another way of saying that, just their belief in themselves that they use to just speak up in professional and social situations. And it's a private lesson program. If you would like more information, if you know anybody in the New York City area who could benefit from improving their self-confidence and thusly improving their command presence, this URL right here, www.commandpresencethroughfilipinomartialarts.com, will take you to the program Facebook page, which is right here. So this is loading up. If you are a Facebook friend of mine, please make sure that you like this page as well. I try to post on this page every day, some different information, some motivational things regarding public speaking and self-confidence and command presence. So it's called Guro Bryan, Develop Your Command Presence Through Filipino Martial Arts. Again, command presence through filipinomartialarts.com. So please do check that out, and like that Facebook page if you haven't already. Other live training options in New York City. The second program that I'm launching is also a private lesson program called Kid Persist. Why that program? Both of these programs are really intended to help people solve a particular problem. In the martial arts, we tend to come at our approach from the standpoint that, the majority of our students are going to be like us. They're going to be lifers. They're going to study multiple systems across decades. They're going to travel, to maintain their certifications and train with people. And just the reality is that is a minority of a minority of a minority of a very small percentage of people that are gonna follow that path, that lifer path. Both of these programs are about 2 months long, and they are targeted one-on-one private lesson programs designed to help clients solve a particular problem. And in this case, it is giving up way too easy. So if you are a Facebook friend, this doesn't have an easily remembered URL right now, but you can just search Guro Bryan's Kid Persist. The page looks like this currently. Both the Kid Persist Facebook page and the Command Presence Facebook page have a video. Of course, I'm logged into Facebook right now, so you're seeing all the things that you won't necessarily see. There's a video pinned to the top of the page, and again, if you know anybody who has children in the New York City area that just give up way too easily and they could use some help solving that problem, please refer them to this page. And this is loading really slowly right now, but it's okay, because there's the video. And I use my youngest, my daughter, in that video, and I really do like the content in the video. It's a modified version of the World Thai Boxing Association focus mitt drill, and it really is a pathway for starting to help your child develop a little bit of resilience. But check that out, share that page. Please like that as well, if you haven't already done so, if you are a Facebook friend. So third option for live training in New York City. This is anywhere in the 5 boroughs of New York City. Right now, eventually there will be some distance options, with technology, but right now everything's live, these programs in New York City. Anyways, if you are in the area, if you're interested in obtaining certification as a phase 1 trainer under me and being able to start a training group or use my curriculum, I have 3 well-defined progressive adult areas in which I certify. In reality, I have more than that, but these are the 3 where I really have been putting my energy. All of these I've been working on for about the last just about 9 years, 8-9 years. I think they're really good. I mean, I know I'm biased when I say that, but they're very step-by-step, progressive. Everything builds on everything else. So that's Junfon Jeet Kune Do is the first one. That's what I call my Filipino martial arts core curriculum, and then what I call my Silat core curriculum. So I'll talk about this in another area on this presentation, but what phase 1 trainer authorization would mean for Junfon Jeet Kune Do, that means you would be authorized to teach Junfon level 1, Junfon level 2, and then JKD phase 1. And it is a pathway. I mean, you would have to go through everything, and this is not an overnight process, but that would get you started if you were interested in earning an apprentice instructorship in any one of these 3 areas. And so Junfon Jeet Kune Do I explained. Filipino martial arts core and Silat core are very similar, so that would authorize you to teach yellow belt in the FMA core and yellow ikat, orange belt in FMA and orange ikat, and then green belt phase 1, because that's a belt and a phase certification at the same time. So green belt for that in the FMA, and then green ikat for Silat. And really 12 hours, that can be done in a weekend, broken up, and then you would be certified as a phase 1 trainer. Now, I'm purposefully avoiding the term instructor. Trainer certification is a pathway to instructorship, but apprentice instructor, this is a direct quote from Guru Dan Inosanto after class one night at the Inosanto Academy. He was talking to some of us who had stayed after class, and he said, and I don't believe I'm paraphrasing, a good instructor should be able to bring somebody up who is training consistently to the apprentice instructor level in about 3 years. So the trainer authorization is actually a pathway. It gets you started because you would earn that, do that 12-hour certification, and then go off and start teaching. Start a training group, start classes, and then about a year after that or so, you would potentially come back and look at doing the phase 2. And then that way you are learning while you're working through the curriculum that you're teaching. So keep that in mind. And the 12-hour phase 1 trainer authorizations would all be delivered in your residence, or maybe if you have an office that you know, as part of what you do for a living, wherever you have space. It can easily be delivered in a living room, it's all brought to you depending on what you have available. So the weekend or evening time, we could break it up, you know, in the evenings, for the 12-hour phase 1, is a compacted version of the private lesson option. So I'm also offering weekly private lessons, and what I like are 75-minute blocks. So the way that would work is I would go over my pricing structure with you for what I charge for a 75-minute block. You would book 2 of those as a trial at a discounted price. I would meet with you for 2 weeks in a row, 75 minutes apiece. At the end of the second week, we would talk about if you would like to continue as a regular private student. And we would build out private lessons in 8-week blocks. So if you're interested in any of that, I can certainly go over my pricing with you. So that would be in Junfan Jeet Kune Do. That would be my FMA core. That would be Silat core. I'm also authorized to teach Sifu Francis Fong's Wing Chun curriculum, which I have. And then I have a blended kickboxing curriculum, which is Western boxing, Savate, French kickboxing, and Thai boxing. And then if you're interested in lessons for your child, I have a youth martial arts curriculum that's white through youth black belt. It blends all of these arts along with Dog Brothers martial arts, along with some grappling. All of that is in there. So those are all available as weekly private lessons in 75-minute blocks. This would be the format. So those are your live training options. Live training outside of New York City. We are confirmed for Moreno Valley, California, the training mat in, as I just said, Moreno Valley, doing a 6-hour seminar there on Saturday, March 16th. That is a $45 cash payment. Just get there early. It starts at 10 a.m. Get there a little bit early, have your cash in hand, and 50% of the total profit generated from that day will be donated to Easter Seals. On behalf of my son, my oldest, my 11-year-old is a young man living with autism, and Easter Seals is an absolutely exceptional service organization. They've been responsible for a lot of growth as far as my son goes. So 50% of all the profits generated from that day are going to Easter Seals. This is really meant to be a community building event. So, you know, you're tight on money that day. You only have $30 available. Please come and train and take the seminar and contribute what you can. And by the same token, if you are thinking that $45 is really, 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 really a low price point for 6 hours of training, please feel free to make a contribution of more than that, because anything, again, all profits generated, 50% of what's made that day is going to Easter Seals. At the same location, the training mat in Moreno Valley, California, Saturday, March 30th through Tuesday, April 2nd, I'm going to be having a trainer development seminar. So that will actually, for me, be leading to if you complete all 4 days, you will receive trainer certification for all of Phase 1, as I just went over it, yellow, orange, and green belt Phase 1 authorization. If you can only make the weekend, you will receive trainer certification for yellow and orange belt. There's still a lot of material there. So if you're like, well, I'd like to attend, but I can't go for all 4 days, I can only go for the weekend, come for the weekend. You will still walk away with a lot to work with, plenty of material to start a training group with, or start teaching some Filipino martial arts in some capacity to begin your learning. This is a joint trainer development seminar in partnership with senior instructors from Sifu Tim Tackett's Wednesday night group. Now, Sifu Tim will not be teaching at that seminar, but some of the senior people that are currently active teaching with that organization will be teaching as well. Materials and all of the marketing is going to go, live and go wide within the next couple of days. If you're listening to this and being like, well, why is he being cryptic? Because those are kind of all the details that I can give you at this moment, and more information will definitely come at that point. I'm working on a few other seminar and workshop possibilities right now in the South. More on that later. So definitely trying to start delivering some seminars, meeting martial artists, other practitioners, around the country and potentially around the world. So, 2019 really is the year. If you are interested in hosting me for a seminar, I have a very viable plan as far as the financial requirements, very mutually beneficial. So if you're interested in hosting me, 2019 is definitely the year where I'm trying to get out there and really just make a contribution, really share what I've been working on for the past 15 years in the lineage I'm involved with. And that's really more my focus. So if you're interested in that, please do get in touch with me and let's see what we can do. In terms of social media, I am about to hit 5,000 friends on Facebook. I'm going to be converting that account to followers as opposed to friends soon. The reason I bring it up is I just like having a forum for being able to share everything that I'm working on right now. It's great with that many people. And I would say that is, really using social media in a promotional way is a new experience for me. And, pretty much 98% of that experience has been pleasant. If you do want to make a direct contact, as many people have, as I've been kind of building up my numbers, just a text-based messenger message is best. And just I'm saying this very respectfully. Please, no video calls unless we scheduled one ahead of time. And I'm happy to. I love modern technology. I think it's great. I'm happy to use it to have video calls with people across the world. Let's just schedule those things out ahead of time as opposed to doing them randomly, please. Just because, I have a wife and I have children and I just want them to have every confidence that, that I'm using social media in a way that is responsible as far as not exposing my family to anything unpleasant. So please just try and stick to that for me. And the one other thing as far as doing that, I do not have an academy space at this time, so I really don't have need for uniforms or logos or equipment at this time. I respect everybody promoting themselves because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing the same thing on social media, but I'm just putting it out in the ether right now. And, the same thing happened when I launched my first martial arts website and my martial arts email address. Lots of vendors coming to me. So since I have this movie as a forum right now, I'm just putting it out there. I do not have an academy space. I don't know if I'm going to have one in the future, but, until I think about that, I don't have need right now for uniforms or equipment. So thank you, everybody. This last thing, I'm really excited about this. This is my online martial arts learning community. So before I'll put this up again. This is me working on several different things as far as online courses and materials, and then a few days ago just having a realization, which is there are so many different areas in which I'm interested in providing content that I almost feel like my ideas are pulling me in too many different directions at one time. So what I'm going to be launching is the following, is one product. It's an online learning community. It's one online portal, and it's going to launch with the following. So let me go line by line. And this will be up by Valentine's Day. I like having a deadline. This will be live by that time. So here's what will be on that portal by that time. My Phase 1 Filipino Martial Arts Core Curriculum. So that's yellow, orange, green, Phase 1 as I've just described it. My Phase 1 Silat Core Curriculum as I've already described it. And my Phase 1 Junfan Jeet Kune Do Curriculum as I've already described it. Those will not be up for people to earn trainer authorization. Those will be up for people to earn those ranks via distance training and testing, and I will describe that a little bit more. What will also be up on the portal by the time it launches by Valentine's Day, the Stoops 37 count mini course. So this is a 37 count numbering system that I've been working on. It's not only a combination of all the different numbering systems that I've studied, which is an awful lot at this point. My current FMA core curriculum requires students to learn 6 different 12-angle numbering systems by the time they reach black belt, Phase 4. This is not only a combination, this is my trying to have an exploration of the most common angles found across systems, but also some angles that are not all that common, that I've seen maybe only in 1 or 2 systems that you should be aware of as when you think about sparring or fighting. And I'm very excited about that, and that's going to be up on there. There's going to be a section designed to help experienced martial artists avoid martial arts burnout. Last week I was putting out some materials, and I will continue to do that, helping martial artists avoid martial arts burnout. Specific to that goal, there will be an 8-week course called Creativity in the Martial Arts, designed to help experienced martial artists reinvigorate their practice to avoid martial arts burnout. Now, as you're looking at all this, these are the things that I've been working on a little bit at a time here and there, and then, kind of one day my focus is on this, and then the next day it's on this, and it's hard to know exactly where to turn and what to release. By doing it this way, it's one product, it's an online membership portal, it'll have a monthly membership fee, all of these materials will be there, and then I will continue adding to them. So what does that look like? In the future, there will be martial arts related materials for educators. I have a video that I've been using. I was lucky enough last summer to speak at UCLA at the first Martial Arts and Wellness Symposium, and I spoke on the topic of educator Jeet Kune Do, using Bruce Lee's martial arts to make the K-12 classroom teacher functional. That was actually the topic of my master's thesis. So there will be martial arts related materials for educators. There will be martial arts related personal development materials for non-practitioners. So again, acknowledging reality, not everybody is going to train in the martial arts for various reasons. Could people who don't want to practice still have some of the life lessons for personal development offered to them. That's what these materials are going to be about. And then over time, I will add my youth martial arts section, my entire curriculum, and I will add my kickboxing, which I talked about, my blended Western boxing, savate, and Thai boxing curriculum will be up there as well. I'm very excited about this. So again, one low monthly price for all that content. This gives me a deadline for the phase 1 for those 3 areas, the Stoops 37 count, and avoiding the martial arts burnout material, including the creativity in the martial arts course. So this gives me a deadline for everything. And online students will absolutely be able to test via video for rank through a majority of each curriculum area. Testing fees are covered by the monthly membership costs. That's again another reason why just having the idea for one membership portal is appealing to me. There will be a low price point. It'll probably be about 1 month and a half as your initial startup fee. That'll include your first month's dues, and then every 30 days or so, every month you'll get billed again, and hopefully there is just so much value there when you start that you're just like, yes, this is for me. Eventually, let me see if I put this on the slide. Well, let me cover this and then I'll tell you a few other things. This way, again, there's one product. It's the online membership portal, and I can make all of the materials available to everybody, and new releases or, marketing areas can get existing members fired up, and they can attract new community members. And my goal here is really that, I'm cross-pollinating, meaning say the people who are just there for the JKD, FMA, and CLOT, maybe they start using the avoiding martial arts burnout materials, and maybe the people who are already experienced martial artists with incredibly high rankings in multiple systems, that maybe they have a traditional martial arts background that only went there for avoiding the burnout materials, start using the JKD system, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. Maybe the FMA practitioners who only went there for the Stoops 37 count start learning CLOT, and so on. And the other great part about this is, a few months before when we get, say, ahead of October, I can really release and focus on, say, for example, my Filipino martial arts for surviving the zombie apocalypse block of material, which is included in some of it in the Creativity for Martial Arts series, but I can add a separate section, and for those who teach Filipino martial arts or teach at all, if you're a school owner or if you teach regular classes, maybe you want to teach that content as some kind of an incentive around Halloween time at your school. This way, it's all in one place, and we have one online learning community, and everything is there. I don't have to worry about separate products with separate costs, with combinations of products. It's there. It's available. I can just work on, maybe promoting different areas throughout the year and getting people excited about that. No additional fees for testing. That's covered by your monthly membership fee. And this way, everybody is learning and everybody is excited. And coming to that realization a week or so ago or a few days ago was really big. And I'm really thrilled about all of this. So if you have questions about anything, I'm a little bit surprised that I didn't include this. So let me just do it in real time right here. My business martial arts email is as follows. So let me go back. I'll make this bigger for you. Here we go. So that's Bryan with a Y, Bryan, Bryan at stoopsma.com. We talked about the 2 live programs that are up and running and starting to work with some people on getting them into those programs right now. The Command Presence through Filipino Martial Arts and the Kid Persist program. Talked about weekend authorizations for Phase 1 trainer certification in Junfon JKD, Filipino Martial Arts Corps, and CLOC Corps. Talked about weekly private lessons, 75-minute blocks, and what that would look like. Some of the seminars that I've got coming up in Moreno Valley, and the possibility of maybe expanding that to other areas. And then this online martial arts learning community. If you have any questions about any of that content, there is my email address. Just put, something in the subject line just so I know what you're interested in. Send me a message. Let me know how I can get in contact with you. We can schedule a conversation, get you all the information that you need. This is 2019 for me and beyond, and I'm really excited about this and getting all of this going. You're going to be hearing more and more and more and more as this all kind of takes flight and gets going. And as far as the online martial arts learning community, in a few weeks, please do look for, there will be opportunities for you to just visit a link and then put in your website and put in your email address. And by doing so, when that initial launch happens right around Valentine's Day, even get you set up with a discounted membership fee, even though the initial startup fee will discount that and then get you into your reasonably priced monthly membership fee by doing nothing more than indicating your interest early. So please do look out for that. That's all going to launch in the next few weeks. This is exciting stuff. Thank you for watching all of this. Please email me with any questions that you might have. Bryan with a Y, Bryan at stoopsma.com. I look forward to answering your questions, communicating with you. I can't believe that the first month of 2019 is almost over. It's going really quickly. That must mean I'm really excited, which I am, and I'm looking forward to all of this coming to life and building my martial arts family, both, with the people that I get to train live in New York City, with the people that are going to be attending my workshops and seminars, and with the people who are going to be joining this online martial arts learning community. Thank you for watching this. Have a great rest of your day.